Rome with your family is not just possible, it might be the best thing you ever do together. Rome is one of the greatest cities on earth, but let's be honest, the idea of taking your whole family here sounds quite terrifying. What do you do when your 5-year-old doesn't care about ancient Rome? How far is too far to walk with grandma? And where on earth do you find a restaurant that doesn't bankrupt you but still keeps your kids happy? Hi, I'm Francesca from Crown Tours, and in this video I'm answering all of these questions. We're talking logistics, itineraries, the best sites for every age, food, transport, safety. It's the complete guide to Rome with your whole family. So, let's go. Best time to visit with kids. Let's talk about timing because this matters a lot when you're traveling with kids. The absolute sweet spots are April to early June and September through October. The weather is warm but not brutal, typically 18 to 25 degrees Celsius, and the crowds are much more manageable. Outdoor sites like the Colosseum and Roman Forum are enjoyable rather than a sweaty battle. July and August are the most popular months, and honestly, for families, they're the trickiest. That being said, if school holidays mean you have no choice, it's still completely doable. You just need to start early in the mornings, rest during the midday heat, expect later nights, and book everything in advance. Getting around Rome with a family. Transport is one of the biggest family worries, and honestly, navigating through Rome is much easier than people think. Walking. The historic center is best explored on foot. Most of the major sites like the Pantheon, Piazza Navona, the Trevi Fountain, Campo dei Fiori are within a 20 to 30-minute walk of each other, so comfortable shoes are essential. Cobblestones are quite charming, but a bit unforgiving on little feet and rolling strollers. Modern, lightweight strollers handle cobblestones better than big prams. Carry slings or baby carriers for the really uneven sections and inside museums. Metro and bus. Kids under the age of 10 ride free with a paying adult. Buses are cheap but can be quite chaotic. They're fine for short hops as long as you keep your belongings close to you. Taxis. Official white taxis are metered and safe. Always use official taxis from ranks or book via the official Roma Taxi app. What we do offer for families to help them reduce their worry while booking tours with us is private transfers. This especially can be very useful if you're a big family. Where to stay. Where you stay makes or breaks a family trip. And in Rome, the answer is almost always the same. Stay in the historic center. The closer you are to everything, the less time you waste on going from one attraction to the other, and the more energy everyone has left for the parts that actually matter. The sweet spot is the area around the Pantheon, Piazza Navona, Corso Vittorio Emanuele, and Piazza Barberini. Imagine waking up, opening the windows, and having 2,000 years of history right outside your doorstep. If you prefer a quieter vibe, you can also look for places in the Prati neighborhood. It's right next to the Vatican, and it's a lovely alternative with wider streets and a more residential vibe. In a city this rich, every extra minute in transit is a minute you could have spent at a fountain, at a cafe, or just wandering a street that takes your breath away. The best sites for every age. Let's go through the top Rome experiences, and I'll tell you what works for which age group. The Colosseum and the Roman Forum. This is the non-negotiable. Before you go, do a little homework as family. Watch a short gladiator documentary together or pick up a kid's book about ancient Rome. Because when your kids arrive at the Colosseum already knowing what the gladiator is, already imagining what it felt like when 50,000 people roared at once, they won't just be looking at old stones, they'll actually be so intrigued and actively curious. The Vatican, the Sistine Chapel, and the St. Peter's Basilica. A magnificent museum and a jaw-dropping church, but if you're not careful, they can be overwhelming for everyone. Our recommendation for families is to book a skip-the-line guided tour that's designed specifically to make you see all of the highlights, like the Gallery of Maps and the Sistine Chapel. All the places picked out in our tour will be engaging for everyone. Do keep in mind that there are also dress code requirements. Shoulders and knees must be covered for everyone. Borghese Gallery and Gardens. Villa Borghese is Rome's version of Central Park. Beautiful, green, and filled with playgrounds, a carousel, boating lakes. It's a perfect half-day break from ancient history. Inside the villa is Borghese Gallery, and this one is a bit of a hidden gem for families. This place is tiny compared to somewhere like the Vatican museums. The entry is capped, so it never feels too overwhelming or overcrowded, and the things inside are genuinely shocking in the best way. There are sculptures by an artist called Bernini made out of stone, which literally look like they're made of soft skin and flowing fabric. The historic center. This is a tangle of narrow streets, orange-colored buildings, hidden piazzas, and neighborhood cafes that make people fall completely in love with the city. Let's start with the Trevi Fountain, and yes, it's every bit as spectacular as you've seen in every film and photo. As of early 2026, a €2 fee applies to access the fountain area to help manage crowds. The tickets can be bought at machines on site or online. Throw a coin over your left shoulder with your right hand and, as legend has it, you're guaranteed to return to Rome. A short walk away is the Pantheon. It now charges a small entry fee of around €5 for adults, and if your child is under 18, they get in for free. The interior is almost perfectly preserved after 2,000 years. If you want a bit more context, a guided tour is a great option. Having someone explain the engineering behind how that dome has stood for 2,000 years genuinely changes how your whole family sees it. Then there's Piazza Navona. Street performers, outdoor cafes, artists selling their work, and Bernini's spectacular fountain of 4 rivers right at the center. Kids here can run, adults can sit, get a gelato, and just enjoy the dolce far niente while listening to street musicians. Piazza di Spagna, or the Spanish Steps, is also one of those spots that doesn't need much explaining. You just need to see it. The steps cascade down from the Trinità dei Monti Church at the top, and kids absolutely love climbing them. Just a quick reminder, eating and drinking on the steps itself is not allowed and can result in a fine. So save the gelato for the bottom. Now, getting around the historic center on foot is wonderful, but it can also be a lot if you're traveling in a group with different ages. The cobblestones, the distances, the heat in summer can add up fast. In this case, we do have a solution for you, and that is to explore the historic center of Rome with a private golf cart. It's going to be just your own family, your own guide, and an open-air golf cart weaving through some of the most beautiful streets in the world. This tour is one of those experiences that sounds like a luxury, but honestly just makes the whole day so much more enjoyable for everyone. Now we have a special gift for whoever's watching this video and is considering booking a private golf cart tour with us. You can use the code in the description to save 20% on your booking. Day trip to Ostia Antica. If you're visiting with all the kids and you see that they love the Colosseum and the history of Rome, consider spending a day at Ostia Antica. It's Rome's ancient port city, far less visited than Pompeii, just 30 minutes from the city center by train, and shockingly well preserved. Kids can actually walk through an ancient Roman town, and on a sunny day you can also end it at Ostia Beach and unwind by the sea. Rome's food is incredible, and it is remarkably accessible for picky eaters. The golden rule is to avoid restaurants with very long lines. There are millions of restaurants in this city, and why would you want to waste your time in a line for food? Just leave the super trendy restaurants and those in front of main attractions behind and find a local trattoria. You'll get much better quality meals and the prices are way more reasonable. Almost every restaurant has pasta with tomato sauce, pomodoro, or pasta with butter, burro. Even if it's not on the menu, you can just ask. It's considered totally normal if your kid is refusing to try other dishes. Another option to look into is to sign up for an Italian cooking class together with your whole family. Kids love to get their hands dirty, and keep in mind, this is not your kitchen, so you don't even have to worry about the mess. Our cooking classes are about 3 hours. You'll be accompanied by a professional chef, cook multiple dishes and eat and have a great intimate time with your loved ones. Some things you definitely need to try when you're in Rome will be gelato, Italy's greatest gift to parents or fussy eaters. Even the most uncooperative child will eat a gelato. Look for artisan gelaterias, signs saying artigianale, and avoid places with mountains of brightly colored fluorescent gelato piled sky high. Real gelato is kept in covered metal containers. If you're coming during summer, you can also try the Italian version of a snow cone, which is called grattacheca. It's a popular Roman street food featuring hand-shaped ice topped with sweet syrups, fruits, and sometimes coconut. Unlike American snow cones, it often uses fresh fruit. It's the most amazing way to cool down under the heat. Pizza al taglio. Roman-style pizzas are square and sold by the slice, by weight, at shops across the city. They're cheap, fast, delicious, and have a huge variety of toppings. They can be a good option for a quick lunch on the go when nobody wants to sit down. Supli. Last but not least, these fried rice balls with a molten mozzarella center, which are called supli, are quite similar to the arancini in the south of Italy. They're baked with tomato sauce and taste heavenly. You can find supli mainly in the pizza al taglio shops as well, or also in most restaurants. Budget tips. Supermarkets are your friend. Pick up breakfast supplies, snacks, and picnic ingredients. A Villa Borghese picnic with bread, cheese, mortadella, and fruit is a lovely family lunch. It costs way less than dining in a restaurant, plus kids will love the freedom of not having to sit down for hours. Accessibility. Tips for older relatives and mobility needs. If you're traveling with grandparents or family members with mobility needs, Rome requires a bit more planning, but it is very doable. Sites with good accessibility. The Colosseum has lifts and accessible entrances. The Vatican museums are largely accessible with wheelchairs, and mobility scooters are available to hire on site. The Pantheon has step-free access, and most of the outdoor piazzas and fountains are accessible with care. For anyone with serious mobility limitations, reach out to us on the live chat on our website, and we will make sure everything will run smoothly for you. Safety and health. Rome is a safe city for families, but like any major tourist destination, there are things to be aware of. The main tourist areas, Metro Line A, the Trevi Fountain, and the area around the Vatican attract pickpockets. Use a crossbody bag or a money belt for cash and cards. Teach all the kids and teens to keep phones and wallets in zipped bags. All bags must be put in front of your chest with a hand actively holding the zipper closed. Heat and hydration. In summer, heat is a real concern, especially for young children and older adults. Start sightseeing early, around 7 or 8 a.m. Rest in the shade from noon to 3 p.m. and don't forget to carry water constantly. Rome has hundreds of drinking water fountains called Nazzoni throughout the city with clean, cold, and free water. Sun protection. SPF 50 on kids every day, especially at ancient sites with no shade. The little ones can also wear hats, and light and breathable clothing are a must. Health and medical pharmacies are excellent in Italy. A pharmacy with a green cross that is called Farmacia can handle minor issues like sunburn, insect bites, or upset stomachs quickly and cheaply without any need for prescriptions. Meeting point. In busy tourist sites, agree on a family meeting point before you enter. This is important, especially in the Vatican museums and the Colosseum. Thank you for watching and staying this far with us. Remember, you save 20% with us on a private golf cart, so don't lose this opportunity because a golf cart can genuinely save so much time and energy while traveling with an age-diverse group. Before we wrap up, I have some quick final tips for you. Carry snacks. Hungry kids and cobblestones equals chaos. Emergency biscuits in every bag. Rome in the evening is magical. One late night walk around the Pantheon or in the Trastevere neighborhood is worth it even with kids. Learn 3 words of Italian. Per favore is please, grazie is thank you, buongiorno, good morning. Romans appreciate the effort enormously. And lastly, don't try to do everything. The families who love Rome most are the ones who come prepared but are also flexible. If this video helped you plan your trip, give it a like and drop your Rome questions in the comments below or ask them in the live chat on our website. Our amazing team of customer care are always ready to help you out and make sure you'll get the best out of your trip. Subscribe if you haven't already, and until next time, buon viaggio!